Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. We have a little break in the rain today, so it's a good day. Every day is a good day. So I had the privilege of sitting in on a training that National Sales Director Emeriti Linda Tupin did last week for our national area. And she's a very factual person, which is one of the reasons why I love listening to her training. She was talking about how she showed us an article from the Wall Street Journal of these people, probably in their 70s. They were swing dancing. And they said, I might be in my 70s, but I'm not dead yet, was I believe the title of the article. Then it was talking about how these women and men that are in their late 60s to 80s are not done. They're like, I'm looking for something new to do. I want to start a business. I want to do something fun. So have you guys ever thought about making a prospect list of people that you know that are over 65? I'm not kidding you. I know some of you rolling your eyes and laughing, but go with me on that. So that's my first point I want to make. Who are the 5 customers that you have that are 65 and over that you could share the career opportunity with? And here's why. The highest wealth, let me rephrase this. The wealthiest group demographically in the United States right now is the baby boomers, people 65 and over. Well, technically they're 63 and over, but whatever. These are the baby boomers. They account for, and I can't remember what the millions of dollars is, but it's just outrageous figures. They have all the wealth. So one of the things that Linda talked about is, what if we focus on multi-generational pampering? Picture this. You've got the mom, the grandmother on there, and the grandmother's, let's say, 75. Her daughter is on there, and let's say the daughter is 50, and then the 50-year-old daughter has her daughter on there, right? And her daughter's 20 or 21. So what happens is the 21-year-old either decides that she wants to do Mary Kay or wants to buy everything. The mom in the middle is like, I'll support you, I'll have parties for you, or maybe I want to do Mary Kay. And the grandmother says, great, I'll support you, I'll fund it. So I started thinking about the concept of just how fun it would be to do multi-generational pampering. Now, my daughter lives on the East Coast. I live in California. My daughter-in-law lives in North Dakota with my son. So they're not local. I don't have... My one sister's local, but she's already in Mary Kay. One sister has passed away, so I don't have any family here. I don't have any aunts, uncles, cousins. My grandparents are all deceased. My parents are deceased. So I don't really have much family here. And so if somebody had said to me, oh, my gosh, do you have a daughter, and is she local? And I say, yes. And do you have an aunt, a cousin, a mom, or somebody else that you've always looked up to? Yes. Say, great, let's do a multi-generational spot session. And I think it would be brilliant. It would be fun. Family loves getting together. Some families. So I happened to be out on Valentine's, and since I'm single, I went on a Galentine's event. I went out to dinner with a girlfriend, and we went to this local pub, and they had this live band. And although there were a few couples on the dance floor, make a long story short, there was tons of women. So we sat at this table, and there were over 3 or 4 other women sitting at the table. And the woman next to me, obviously a high personality, whipped out her phone, started showing me pictures of homemade bread that she baked, showed me pictures of her family, couldn't wait to connect and all that. And so I said to her and the woman that she was with, I said, well, you know, I teach skincare. These are my exact words. I teach skincare with Mary Kay, and I wonder if it's okay if I offered you a free sample. And they both looked at each other and they started giggling. They go, we'd love a free sample. I said, great, vitamin C or charcoal mask, because those are the 2 samples I usually give out. And they both said charcoal mask. I said, okay. So I gave them both a charcoal mask sample in a little organza bag with my business card, blah, blah, blah. And the young lady next to me says, oh, my daughter's going to want to steal this. And I said, oh, should I give you a second one? Does she live at home? Or I said, is she over 18? And she said, oh, my God, my daughter's 30. And she whips out her phone and shows me this picture of this beautiful 30-year-old woman. I'm like, wow, your daughter's gorgeous. She goes, well, I have another one that's 25. And she shows me her picture. And I said, where do your girls live? And she said, well, one lives in Southern California, which is like 8 hours away. She said, but one lives with me. And I said, by any chance, is your mom still alive and is she around? And she goes, yeah, my mom lives with me. She just moved in. She's 72. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is perfect. I said, you know, our company's been asking us to do, between now and the middle of March, multi-generational spa sessions where we'd get your daughter, you, and your mom together. And I said, if it's you plus 2, you get a certain amount of half-off product, but I said if you can have a third person there, you get an unlimited half-off shopping spree of stuff for you personally. Or I think I said 150 at half-off or something. And she goes, I want to do that. And so the woman says, can I text you right now so you have my number? This was like a video was playing, like a Mary Kay training video, right? So make a long story short, she whips out her phone. My business card's obviously in the thing with my charcoal mass sample. And she enters my phone number and texts me. And the next morning, which is Sunday morning, I'm off to church. I don't usually check my phone much on Sundays. It's the day I unplug from the world. And she sends me this text. Hey, it's Christine from last night. It was great to meet you. How do I book that multi-generational thing you were talking about? And I thought to myself, that a girl, this is the exact kind of hostess I want. So I booked her. Now, once I booked one, and this is going to be my challenge to you, I got excited about it. I thought, how many more of these can I book? So one of my customers called yesterday, and she's probably, I want to say late 40s, maybe 49, 50. And she's super generous, super sweet, very involved in the community. I know her through the chamber. And I said, Johanna, by any chance, is your daughter coming home from college soon? She said, yeah, she's coming home in 2 weeks. Why? And I said, is your mom? She said, actually, my mom is right now here visiting from Peru because we have other relatives coming over. And I said, oh my gosh, you could totally help me with this challenge. I said, I need to hold 6 multi-generational parties in the next 30 days, and I would love to do it with you and your mom or some, older relative or whatever. And I said, and your daughter. And she goes, oh, that sounds like so much fun. And Johanna's very hardworking, but she also loves the deal. And I said, well, if you have you plus 2, you get $100 shopping spree at half off. If you have a third person there, you get $150 at half off. And she's like, oh, I can get a third person. And I booked her. So now all of a sudden I got excited. Well, the more I got excited, the easier it is to book. You guys know that. So that's my challenge to you is, first of all, make a list of what customers have bought anything from you. I don't care if it's eye cream or mascara that you know are probably, and I'm not good at judging age, but are probably 65 and over. Bounce it off of them. Or say, I am doing a legacy, or you could call it the best years spa session at my house. I'd love for you to come and bring a girlfriend. And maybe you just get all the 65 and plus year olds together. But I really think the future for your business could be these multi-generational makeovers. So do the challenge, book one in the next 24 hours, and shoot me a text or make a post on our Quantum Leap Facebook page. It's called Quantum Leap Hotline, and let me know what kind of success you had. Okay? Have a beautiful day.